And today, before the game started, Bob Miller had a press conference about his retirement and how many games he will be broadcasting till the end of the season. This is the press conference with Bob Miller.
This is the biggest crowd I've seen in here with no food being served.
Bob Miller has been calling Kings games for 44 seasons, and year in and year out, his voice has been the narrative for some of the most historic sports moments this city has seen. And throughout these years, for everyone who has had the good fortune to meet him, and there have been many, Bob has been nothing but the kindest, most considerate, and genuine man we have known. On a personal note, when the Nicksons moved to join the Kings 36 years ago, it was Bob and Judy Miller who immediately made us feel part of the Kings family, made sure we were part of holiday activities, and helped us make California our new home. For that, my wife Carolyn and I are forever grateful. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Miller.
I don't want this to be a sad situation. I thought when Nick said before we begin, I thought we were going to have to stand for the invocation, and he went on beyond that. But I appreciate everything that you said. I've had a great time working with people and visiting with fans and everything down through the years. I'll make some comments, and then at the end of this, be happy to try and answer some questions that you may have. There have been several health incidents, as a lot of you know, this past year. They've been well documented. So after that situation, I was told, go home, take it easy, rest, don't do too much. And so as Nick said, after 44 years with the Kings, as of right now, 3,351 broadcasts, 57 years in radio and TV, I think it's time to retire and hopefully have some quality time left with my family. So that's how we got to this situation here today. I want to thank a lot of people. It's nice to see Judy sitting next to me, and I'm glad the flowers I ordered got here in time, Judy. Brooklyn Boyers brought those up. Thank you very much. Very nice. I have worked for every owner who's ever owned the Los Angeles Kings. Something Chick Hearn didn't warn me about is the first owner, Jack Kent Cooke, that he might get involved. That was, to put it mildly, he was the epitome of a hands-on owner. He would call us during the broadcast, "You're not doing what I told you to do." And I still remember, and he's here today, Rich Murata. We were working in the mid-'70s, and we were in Montreal. And in those days, we didn't have a studio, and Rich would go down to ice level to interview a player. And he got down there, and they told me, "Rich's mic doesn't work, so keep talking, keep talking." They're giving me the stretch sign, keep talking, keep talking. And I thought, okay, this is getting a little lengthy, but it's okay. And they said, "Now throw it down to Rich." Threw it down to Rich. The phone immediately rang in our booth in the Montreal Forum. And the guy said, "It's for you." I said, "Who is it?" He said, "Somebody in LA." And the guy in LA said, "Mr. Cooke just called." I said, "What did he want?" I thought, to obviously congratulate me on filling all that time. He said, "For you to quit hogging the mic and let Rich talk once in a while." There have been about 500 or so players play for the Kings in my 44 years. All my broadcast partners started out with the late Dan Avey, followed by Rich Murata, and then Pete Weber, who's now with Nashville, and then Nick Nickson came in, and for the last 27 years, the longest of any two people on TV in the NHL, Jim Fox was my partner and certainly taught me a lot, as all of them did, about this game. Bruce McNall, I called him to find out supposedly how many games we're going to do on TV, because I'd heard rumors about Gretzky, and I didn't care how many games we were going to do, but I wanted to know, are you going to sign Wayne Gretzky? So I finally asked him. I said, are you going to sign Wayne Gretzky? And there was a pause, and I thought, maybe he's upset. Maybe I shouldn't have asked that. He said, tell me what you think about this. We change our colors. We have a new uniform, and the model for the new uniform is Wayne Gretzky. And I said, if you pull that off, it's going to be unbelievable. He said, I think we're going to get it done. And that was about 2 or 3 days before he did get it done. And so every time I would come to the games that night, you would think, what am I going to get a chance to see tonight that I've never seen before? And that's exciting to me. Love to say, I think I had the greatest time early on in the career, in the mid-'70s and '80s, when watching players like Guy Lafleur and come down the ice, just flying down the wing and fire from the top of the face-off circle and score, and where everybody could see it. Now, as most of you know, it's like a rugby scrum in front of the net, and sometimes you wonder who, the light went on, but who touched it? I have no idea, and neither do most of the referees have no idea who touched it. I thought it was more wide open in those years, and you could really get into describing a player making a great play. And so I don't think one name sticks out among all the others, but we had, a guy like here, Marcel Dion, Dave Taylor, the Triple Crown line. They were a joy to broadcast, because I've said this before, when they started down the ice, you could bet your house they're going to score a goal, and most times they did.
When we want to do it and not have to work around him being gone and traveling, and whatever the kids want to do, we're going to be able to go, and we can go to our grandson's things at school, and it's just stuff like that. Just the normal things that families get to do that we haven't been able to do sometimes. So anyway, I think it's going to be great, and I'm looking forward to having him at home.
Maybe even take a vacation during the hockey season.
From Staples Center in Los Angeles, California, this is Claudia Gestro for the LA Post-Examiner.